Hi, this is Akiko Sudano at StampinInTheMeadows.com in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to make a Mother's Day card using the pretty new Countryside Corners bundle. This is a stamp set with lots of different frames and then a set of coordinating dies all in an elongated hexagonal shape. Here's the stamp set that you can see. Isn't that pretty? So each of these is different frames and the dies will cut them out. This is going to be a fun fold, and I'm using the new Boho Blue as my card base, and this is a 4 1/4 by 11-inch card base, and it's scored at 5 1/2 and at 6 3/4, and this is going to be a book fold card. And I'm also going to be using the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, and this has got some pretty little ditty flowers all over it. It's in Night of Navy and Boho Blue. The first thing that I'm going to do is adhere my Countryside Inn Designer Series paper to Night of Navy mats, and I'm going to be using liquid glue to do that. I will have all of the sizes of cardstock listed at the bottom of my video in the description and on my blog, and I'll have a link to my blog as well. So there's the main panel, and then this is a this is for the side, and I'm using the same design, same pattern paper. So I'm going to apply the liquid glue just to this section of the card base. And again, this is Boho Blue. And then I'm going to close this up and press this. And then this will open up like this. Now I've got my two panels lined up, my panels of Designer Series paper, and I'm going to adhere them to the card front, and I'm using liquid glue for this as well. The next thing that I did was that I cut a panel of Boho Blue Designer Series paper with the die from the Countryside Corners bundle, and I used the 4th largest die, this one, the 4th largest, and then I embossed it with the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder. Now the Countryside Corners stamp is a very, very large stamp, you can see here, and it's a single stamp that stamps all of these different designs. After you stamp it, then you can use the dies to cut out different shapes here. This is Night of Navy stamped on Boho Blue, and then I'm going to stamp on another Night of Navy on basic white, and then this one is stamped in Versamark on Night of Navy, and then I embossed it with white embossing powder. And what I'm trying to decide is whether or not I want the frame for my embossed hexagon to be have a dark blue background or a white background. So there you can see how it comes out pretty nice. What I want to do is I want to get the flower frame out, and I'm going to use the same die that I used to cut it out, and that will fit right in here. And then I'm going to use the next smallest die as well. All right, so here is my die cut frame, and this is the one that I want to use for my card today. And this is all these extra, this is the inside, but all the extra pieces, I'm going to save them and use them for future projects. And let's take a look. This is this is the navy. I think that's the one that I like. And then there is the white, and that's pretty too. The Alphabest bundle, the Alphabest stamp set, and we're going to spell mom, M-O-M, in there. And I'm planning to use a strip of basic white. And what I want to do first is stamp the little frame, which is this stamp in Night of Navy. And this is going to be simple because I just need 3 letters. We want to stamp the M, and the M is kind of a wide letter. So what I want to do is I want to line up the bottom of the letters with this part of the this little corner of the frame, and then move this over so that I can get the whole letter on the inside there. And the big thing too is to keep it straight. So first line up the bottom of the letter and then move it over a little bit further so that I don't squeeze the so I have enough room on the side here for the whole letter. It stays in there. 2 M's. And then the O is a little skinnier, so it's easier. I just want to make sure that the bottom is lined up, and then set. And I think I'm going to make that a little bit darker, the ink there. I don't want that to be washed out. And there we go. And now we have the best label punch, and we will just punch out the letters. All right, we're going to start with the O, and we'll use a little bit of liquid glue to line up the the middle one so that they can easily be, it's easier to center them that way. And use liquid glue so that you can keep them straight, move them around a little bit, keep them straight, and keep them evenly spaced. There, now so we've got the mom in there, and which frame is going to be better? I think the Night of Navy or the white? I think the Night of Navy. So we'll adhere this with dimensionals. I think that looks good because that picks up on the Night of Navy matte. So I've got my ribbon tied on the side here, and I'm going to just use a little glue dot to keep it in place on the side. And this is the Night of Navy bordered ribbon. And I have this little die from the Timeless Arrangements dies, and this die from the Sentimental Park dies. And I've made a little embellishment out of, I cut the flowers out of Night of Navy, and I cut the leaf sprig out of Boho Blue, and I made a little kind of a floral embellishment to put on the side of the frame here. And I'm going to put the iridescent pearls, the small iridescent pearls, in the center of the flowers. There. So let's work on the inside of the card. Now let's work on the inside of the card. I have a panel of basic white, and I have this sentiment which says, "Hope your day is filled with everything good." And this is from the Timeless Arrangement stamp set. And this is one of the new stamp sets again. And this is from the same bundle as the leaf sprig is. So we'll just stamp our sentiment in the middle here. Let's try that again. Try it a little straighter. I think that's better. And then we'll leave the Night of Navy here. And then I've got the small from the Petal Park, this small set of flowers, and stamping also those in Night of Navy in the corner. One more. And then in the top. And on the side. There we go. There. And adhere it with Stampin' Seal. And then put it in our little inside section here. There. So we have a Mother's Day card. Mom on the front, and hope your day is filled with everything good. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.